So I could validate if the player is looking at the tree while he is harvesting, or requests to harvest. But I don't think that's necessary. I think if players want to hack that they don't need to look at the tree to harvest it, who cares? I'll let them do that. I'll just keep it as a to-do because, of course, you know, if I ever have time, it wouldn't be bad to validate that, but validate player is looking at the tree based on his rotation, but for now, validate player is in tool range of a tree, and then that should be it. Okay. I should close this actually. Okay, so now I need to first generate the trees. On the server. Probably definitely shouldn't draw them. I don't know if that would be too intensive. Maybe I can do like a focus player kind of thing. That'd be helpful. I'm wondering if I should make like a monitoring for like a player. This is currently how my server monitoring software looks. One sec. Oh. Wait. Wrong Visual Studio. Okay. Let that for a sec. So I got like, it will show each region in here. For now it's just one region, of course. And I'm wondering now if like when a player connects, if I click on him, I wonder if I should enable that. I don't know, maybe it like opens, maybe there's like a whole second panel over here that then is like zoomed into the player and you can see his surroundings, his direct surroundings. I think that would be pretty cool, to be honest. But then I would, of course, like, I think that's too overkill. I think I should just generate the trees. The only I might have to zoom into the player or somehow get a zoom in here. Yeah, because I do have to see where the trees are being drawn. Okay, so first things first. First I'm gonna draw the forests. So in paint region, I will also draw players. Yes, I guess first thing I'll do is paint forests. This is gonna be paint region label. This is up. Paint region label, and then this is gonna be paint players, and static paint forests. Here we're going to take a list of forests. And basically these are just polygons, right? So that should be pretty easy. This area. Sorry, what? The forest should have an area for sure, doesn't it? What? Active directory. What the? That's the wrong forest. I want this forest. And then you get the points. And this is, yes, it's gonna be green, but we'll have like, we'll just leave them green. And then actually we'll do the players. Let's say they are, I don't even know what these are. Maybe light blue. Some poses those forests. That should be it already, to be honest. Polygon takes a pen. Actually, we're gonna do that here. I'll take the pen first, because that's the only thing we're gonna be changing regularly. That's green. There you go. We pass graphics. Oops. Oops. And that here. There you go. That should be it. So let's see what that looks like for now. Region. Oh wow. So they're all over the place, huh? So let's see, paint polygon, Unity 2 informs, that should be good. Forest area points. Oh, okay, so I think, let me just quickly check that out. So I think these are no, they're not lat longs. Why do we have so many forests? Do we have more data than is contained in the tiles? That could be. That would make sense, that we simply have more data because the tiles are bigger. Yeah, for sure. So this is actually working. Cool. If I were to load a second region and it happened to be here, we would see that box, and those forests would be accurate as well. And it just happens to be that the region that I'm using is actually bordered on one of those tiles, I guess. Interesting, okay. So I do think we should have a zoom function, which would just increase the scale, right? So let's see what happens if we go here. We wanna check out this. Close all this stuff. I'm gonna add some buttons up here just to zoom. So you're gonna be button zoom out, and you're gonna be button zoom in. We're gonna give you just a plus, and this will just be a minus. Align them and even smaller. I don't think I can actually. Can I do that? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Okay. I think I like that. Yeah. Something like that, huh? Okay, so when you click on here, all we want is for the scale. This is the panel scale, right? So we're doing panel scale. Right, we set them to a const, which we shall just take away. And then when you click on here, just do panel scale. And then we'll see if the zoom is too exaggerated, and then if it is, we'll just do like plus equals 0.1. Load the region. Okay, so a plus here. Nothing's happening. See something happening actually? No. Okay, so am I not using panel scale anywhere? Panel scale goes into initialize the region painter, and that comes here, scale. Oh, okay, I see. What I need to do is actually go here, zoom in, and then we'll have flow factor, or this will be called delta, and then we do scale, and actually we'll just do here zoom, and we just need this one function, and here we'll call it simple as that. So we'll do what's this? What's a panel called? Oh wait, no, it's static, right? So it's the what do we draw? A region painter, it's called region painter. Zoom. And then what we'll do here now is for 1, and then this will be -1. Nah, that should work. Okay, then region. Now if you zoom in, okay, so as you see, 1 is like far too much. So we'll do 0.1. And I believe that's still gonna be too little. Too much. We'll see. Something like that. It's actually zooming in. Zoom out is -1. Okay. We're gonna need even smaller one. what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna load the, for now, I want to load the region by default. Temporarily, automatically load region. And what do I do? Load region click. I'm just gonna invoke that, to be honest. Just call it here. You know what? Load region click. I'm just gonna do this. So, remove. I mean, there's no production version of this anyway, so there you go. Now it's loading. Okay. So there seems to be a forest right next to the region, the centroid. And then there seems to be some kind of overflow with the zoom. At some point it just overflows or something. Okay, first we're gonna verify that that is true. That what we're seeing is correct by starting. So there should be a forest right here. Is that so? We'll see. We'll see. So I zoom into the centroid. So there's supposed to be a forest right here. Yeah, that's definitely broken then. And also, wait. So if I'm moving there, I'm actually moving in that direction. So the angle is totally off, huh? By how much and why? So let me see. So that tells me I'm looking toward a forest. So I'm gonna go here. It does actually seem like this is a forest at least. So I enter the forest now. Yeah, so this seems like it is a forest. I guess. Oh, so my okay. So I think I'm just I'm discovering some bugs with my smoothing algorithm. So it seems like those areas weren't generated because the polygons are too complicated, or I guess the winding order is off or something like that. And then this forest here is definitely correct, right? Yeah, so it's definitely the mesh that wasn't generated over there, and then it happens to be so small that it also didn't. There were no trees on it because the density is so low. The tree density that I set is so low. Okay, definitely want to fix the direction of those arrows. They're still not right. Like they're just off by, I don't know, just like a little bit, huh? Why are they off? So paint players. And then this here should be, okay, so I'm adding 45. Let's see what happens when I take that away again. Because it did seem a lot like 45 degrees. Oh. Okay. Go here. Restart this. Get this over here. Oh, what's happening? So it's perpendicular. Do I have to add 90? Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay. So I either have to add 90. Okay. Or remove 90. I'm not sure. And honestly, there's no reason to think about that. I'm just going to try them. Then we should have an accurate representation of where he's looking. So I'm going to have to fix this. So you can put that there. Okay, let's do plus 90. Start the game. Zoom in. So I'm looking here. That's working, right? He seems to be going straight now. So now I aim straight at that thing. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so that's working now at least. This is the spawn point. So there's supposed to be a forest here, and I don't know why, because, you know what, I think it is the winding order. I'm gonna have to play around with that. It's the winding order of the polygons, you know? Either they're clockwise or counterclockwise, and then, you know, I need some way to automatically fix them. I think I just need to try to generate it. If it doesn't generate, I need to just reverse the polygons and go again. Yeah. Maybe I need some kind of correction algorithm for the polygon points as well, because I don't know how sanitized these OSM data polygons are, but I might have to just kind of come up with an algorithm that can sort the points, and then just completely disregard holes, for an example. Yeah, so that sucks. This forest doesn't have any trees. Okay, but over there there's a forest that does. Cool. So let's see. Okay, now that that is done, let's first things first. Pepper's starts at 0, 0. What I could do actually is when I'm creating a new player. Yeah, so what I want to do here now is actually give him a start position that I like. And to do that, we're going to find out which one it is. And I can do that easily in the game. So I want to go to a forest, right? So we'll walk over there quickly. I would just teleport or increase my speed, but I just implemented the anti-speed hack. And yeah, probably I should just disable it for when I'm developing, and that would be a very smart idea actually. So I'm gonna do that first. Press processor. Mods will enable anti-cheat gleich false. So what I'm gonna do is movement valid. If ungleich enable that, return true. Which means it's always gonna be. So with this setup, alright, I also wanted a default zoom in. Actually, I want to move too. I want to be able to move. It should be like an up and down. Anyway, now I can go here, give my player massive speed, and now it shouldn't teleport me back because I disabled the anti-cheat, and I'll be right here. Now I'm gonna copy the position that I'm at and initiate the player's position right there. So this is X, we got Y. So I'm gonna do this for testing reasons. Actually, I'm gonna do const vector forced. So this way I can just give the player the initial spawn position where he's at, and I guess oh right. Now I should use the anti-cheat. You know what? That's right. So I should enable the anti-cheat again. Then the server is gonna reconcile him straight back to this spawn position. So this is really fun, to be honest, working with this. So anti-cheat is true. So the player should automatically be. Just go here. He should be around there or something. So now I rejoin, move, and it's gonna snap me to the forest. Yeah, awesome. See here, reconciliation response for invalid movement. Cool. So now what I want to do. Yeah, see, I'm gonna need to give some movement controls. Okay, first I'm gonna add some movement controls here. When I got those movement controls, and then I'm gonna generate the trees on the server with the same seed and validate that they're the same, and then I can start doing some real wood hacking, you know? Cool beans. So let's go here. I took a little bit away. Actually, no. This doesn't have to be a beautiful UI. You're gonna be there. You're gonna be there. And then you're gonna be up. Push this one. Dude. No way. ChatGPT to the rescue. How would you represent up and down arrow in ASCII? I have for left and right. Oh, cool. So actual arrows work. Oh, wait. This should be down. I think I'll rather just work with the down arrow. I think it looks better. Oh, it's just a V. Now I get it. Okay. So is there an upside down V? Probably not. Are there right and left arrows too? Yeah, so I'm gonna use these actually because otherwise the up arrow looks really bad compared to the others. And then we got up and down. Up and down. Okay, so let's implement those. Shit. I hate when I forget to rename them. Yes. I understand. I'm very sorry for doing that, Mr. Visual Studio. So, now we go back. What? I already fixed you. Get up to date, man. Dude. I already fixed you. There's no button, one click here. There you go. So now, okay, rename it first. This is button. Let's scroll right. That's what I'm gonna name it. This is button scroll left. Scroll down. And we got button scroll. Is there some kind of separator here? Status strip, what's that? Fuck. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, something else maybe. This bar. This text box not a icon. It's like it should be called divider or something like that. Or separator. Stiller. Oh no, don't want that. Okay, fine. WinForms is really primitive, which I like because it's so simple and straightforward to work with, but yeah, don't expect to make good looking or good UI in there. Okay, so now we'll implement these. And I guess what we do here is add a scroll, and then this will also just be a delta, I guess. So static float scroll offset, and then this will actually be horizontal, and then we have vertical scroll offset, the scroll horizontal, and the vertical. Cool, now we just need to implement these, which means yeah, so that we should only have to do here, because what this thing is doing, unity position, isn't there an origin? Oh no. Oh, you know what? It's fine. We can do it just like this. Here we're going to apply the offsets. then we're just gonna have to figure out which, what kind of scroll factor is sensible. So we'll also have a scroll factor here. Oh no, we'll do that so outside. Okay, so here we do region painter, scroll horizontal, do 10. Oh, sorry, no. Here we'll do this, that, and here we'll do -10. Here we'll do scroll vertical, up and down. Okay, so this is probably gonna be flipped. I'm not sure if 10 is a good number, but we'll figure that out. So then here we have, this is gonna be a backup const. And so this is gonna be panel scroll speed. We'll name this 10. We'll do that here. And then we'll do here, we'll also do panel zoom speed. 0.01. It's a float. Have that here. Okay. So everything's probably going to be super inverted and everything. If I zoom here now, I go to the right. So left is going right, right is going left. Up and down is correct. So I just need to flip these. Cool, so now we can also scroll. Now that I got scrolling in Zoom, I should be able to basically inspect everything, right? Which means that now I get to the crux of the stuff and start generating the trees, for which I will have to hop back here to my second screen. Then we have forest builder. Generate forest content. So basically this code I'm gonna have to rewrite, as in I need the exact same code on the server. And actually what I'm gonna do is write a method here. So wait, what do we got here? Game, entities, environment. I'm gonna do here, we're gonna have a generation. And then a forest. But then again, maybe I'm gonna name this trees. I think that's a little more clear, because that's the only thing that we do in the forest. We just generate trees. At least, I mean, on the client we also generate more. We generate foliage, but the foliage, they don't have colliders, and they also don't. There's no interactivity, especially not multiplayer interactivity. So I'm not gonna generate those on the server, at least for now, until I need them. So trees. And then what I want to do here is I'm gonna return a list vector 3. And it's gonna be generate tree positions, and it's gonna take a region. And what will it also take? Probably. Yeah, so it also needs all paths, which is gonna be a list of the list. Actually, this can be a list of OSM path. Yeah. We need that to avoid spawning trees on the paths. And then we also, of course, need something like the road thickness, but actually we'll do that some other time. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go here, list. I'm gonna say results. And then down here we return results. So first things first, we calculate the polygon area, and this seems to be a method that we're gonna put into actually another one, and it's gonna be called geometry. Don't I already have it? No, I don't. So we're gonna add this here, make this a public class. Calculate centroid, also something that we need here. I have a feeling that this is bad code, but okay. What is do we have math at home? Yeah, we do. X. Oh wait, shit. Yeah, no, wait. What was it? Okay, X minus X. Segments. So annoying that Unity chose to make them capitalized. Like, come on, bro. It's like, this is like the 100th time I've had to refactor just the lowercase and uppercase coordinates. Okay, got that down. Where's our trees? Here, so this is geometry. And the cool thing is that I'm using this library in Unity, so this code that you see here that I currently is in like in a random mono behavior script, it's gonna be gone and everything's gonna get so much cleaner, which is just awesome. Like, I'm working on the multiplayer, and yet the single player seems to be being cleaned up as a side effect, which is really fun. Everyone likes clean code, don't we? Wait a sec. Are you guys actually seeing? No, you guys are seeing that. Okay. So, where are we at? Forest. Generate tree positions. No, you need a forest. Not a region. You don't need these. Okay, so that's, we got the area. Then we need trees per forest. Math. Ceiling to int. What does that do? Wow, so this is there ceiling? Yeah, and then it's just literally this. Okay, and then we have balanced density. What do I have that at? 0.03, but I have to check Unity actually, because that's where it's being set. Where do we have it? Manager map. Where's it? Forests. No, here. No, okay, so I did set up the game manager. So where do we got that here? Forest density should be somewhere here. Forest ground thickness. You know what? Since we're making things nicer, I'm gonna add some headers here. So we're gonna do, let's see, track thickness. Okay, so this is gonna be area thickness, and here we want the path thickness. Why also offset road, y offsets, header, y offsets, dump. And then here, this is actually the path width. Tag visibility distance is something completely unrelated. I don't even know if we still have that. Map zoom 16 is incorrect. Within 22. So I don't think we use that anymore, to be honest. Like anywhere. Let me see. So we're gonna tile plane size. Also nothing. Okay, so get rid of that too. I love cleaning up. Kind of fun. Tree health bar. This. Cursors. So we don't even use cursors currently anymore. But I will keep them here. This we're gonna move all the way down to the uninteresting stuff. We're gonna name this generation options. Health bar should be gone now. The initial positions, I will leave these all the way down here somewhere. Kind of don't need them anymore. Area smoothing factor. I'm just gonna name this data smoothing. I'm just gonna name it geometry smoothing. And the rest is gonna be other. Cool. Okay, so now that we cleaned that up, what did I come here for? I came for the tree density. And I have a feeling it's not even here. Like, it must be somewhere else. You know? I didn't see it. World Grid Manager. Environment Manager. Cloud Grid. Grass Grid. So yeah, it must be, it should be here actually. You know what, maybe it's not even, maybe the tree density isn't even public. Did I actually overlook that? It's not even public. Tree density, where's the forest builder? Wait a sec, what? Vegetation? Oh my lord, okay. We have a tree density of 0.0005. Use that. Okay. I'm gonna name this back to forest builder because right now, because that's just confusing as heck. So, tree density 0.5, we got that down. I'm just gonna make this a const. else do we got here? So you got this. Then we filter any relevant paths, which we can do too. Get paths near polygon. Okay, I'll put that geometry as well. This can be public though. We need stuff like get bounding box, get path bounding box. We're gonna need this. I'm actually gonna make all these public just in. Alright, no, wait. Forget it. I'll do it when I need it. Okay. Get bounding box. Padding. Okay, so there's. Okay, so we have a padding here. Padding distance from the edge. I guess the padding is... What exactly is it used for? I need to check that out. Just so that we have a better name in the future. You can shrink polygon. I don't use that anymore. So we don't have to shrink the polygon. I do believe that we use padding, yeah, so get pass near polygon. So there's a, you have the pass and then you add an extra padding. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna name that actually this padding should come from here. Padding distance to path. That's kind of more what it is, right? Great. So here, get past near polygon. That was this. So here, go back to trees. Get past near polygon. That's the geometry. And then here we'll have path offset tree avoidance. We place on and near the path. And then what do we use here? Padding is 5 here, and in the editor I think it's edited to, let's see, 10. Okay, so it's 10. Which, by the way, I don't even think works, but we'll see. Tree avoidance. Let's see. These paths are okay, get past near polygon. I mean, we could do that at this point. Yeah, sure, let's do it at this point. We'll just select each path once. Actually, I can select many, and then I'll go to the list. A list of this 3, list of 3. Get past near polygon. There's a list of this 3. That should be good. And this has to be static. Something missing, right? Float. Okay, all good. Cool. So next line done. I go back here, forest. I don't even know where I see how many people are watching. Anyway, if you're watching, just say hi. Hi, guys. actually some sort of... I don't know if there's even a way for me to see you guys. Okay. So we got that. And then we're gonna do tree positions. So this is the actual tree positions. Generate random trees and polygon. Okay, so that's definitely also here. Or are you actually up there? You should be down here. Generate random points and polygon. Point and polygon is missing. Let's see, contiguous right here. Be public or private, I don't care. So X, 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 Y, 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 Z, Z. Okay. Oops. X, X, Z, Z. X. And we're gonna cheat. Copy all that. Paste that here. Then go like that. Same for here. Okay. Get path bounding box. So what's wrong with that? Path. Get. Did it actually overload that? Huh? It's vector 3 path. Path and path. Oh, it must be static as well. That's all. Okay. Cool. Trees. And this is geometry. Don't need you. Is this the same padding? Let me see what we used here. Is it the same padding? Yeah, it's the same padding. Generation seed. Okay, so that's interesting. Seed can be 42. Okay, tree positions. And then that should be it. So actually I should just return this. No, I don't need that. So that looks very clean. Yeah, there's nothing else that has to happen. The rest is just client rendering code, and I don't need that here. Okay, so now when I'm in a region, okay, let's see what the server, and you go through and see what he does. So it should be in load region. When he does that, he also has to generate the trees, obviously. So let's see, manager, load region data. Initialize region. So this is where it should happen. It says load the region data. Initialize region is here. Where's that? Oh, it happens from outside. Right, so I might have to actually await this. Public async. And then that should be fine. Because once this is done, this is awaiting it here, then I can do all that. Initialize regions. Yeah, so this is fine. We don't need to do it here yet. Only once he loads the region. Otherwise, I'd have trees for all of the regions. So it should be more like lazy loading. Each server, when he needs the region, it will then generate the trees. Okay. So where are we at here? Wait, region data, and then we're gonna say game server. That's the OSM manager, but now we need something else like generation manager maybe. Wait, so the OSM manager, what does he do? He holds the regions? That's interesting. He holds the regions, and then the server returns those. No, that shouldn't be so. I think the game server should hold the regions, to be honest. Because now I need the generation manager. So I'm gonna add generation here, and then this is gonna be public, and there will be a static. So they generate trees. It will take a single region, and then it will add the trees to the region here. And then here we're gonna have literally a public list of a tree. We do need a representation of a tree, because there will be possibly resources and all that, right? It could hold resources. For now, it's not going to though. So here, do we need a position? Probably. We're gonna do generate tree positions. This is gonna be static. It should simply take a region. No, it should take a forest. Oh right, okay, so what we're gonna wanna do actually is for each exactly. And then it needs to take all paths, so we also need an OSM power result, OSM data, and then here you can go OSM data. Or let me see. When you do that here, it takes paths, right? So a list of OSM path. All paths, and then we're gonna do all paths, OSM data dot roads, exactly, and then we'll do the same for the tracks and the same for the rivers. Okay, we have all paths. We also need nothing more. Cool. Then we'll do that. The forest should have that, right? Let me see. Should the region hold all the trees, or should the forest hold all the trees? Let me see. I believe we should already be using something like a quad tree for the trees. Because otherwise, whenever someone, no, that doesn't make sense at all. Okay, we're gonna use an R tree, an SR tree. So I'm gonna use an SR tree now as an optimization method, because otherwise, whenever a player hits the tree, I will be querying the entire list of trees, which is, how many will that be? I'm not sure how many will be. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave it for now. I will need an R tree an STR tree at some point anyway, but I do think for now actually I should just check how long it takes to query all the tree positions in the entire region, because it's not n squared, it's only x squared, so the number of players. And it's not even squared. Okay, cool. So that should be fine for now, and then given that, I will actually give this guy some trees. Forest trees, and then add tree. I know that this is pretty kind of stupid, but I don't mind right now. Okay, so that should be enough to draw them now. So I'm gonna draw them. Paint players, paint forests. In the forest I'm gonna paint the polygon, and then exactly, it knows exactly what I want. So this pen, actually I'm gonna paint forests. You know what? I'm not gonna do that in there. I'm gonna, or I should do it in there. So he got that, and then I'm just gonna take the same pen for now. Why am I even? My lord. Tree width. Okay, that's fine. We'll just leave it for now. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oops. Compiler didn't see that before. Public add player. What's the issue here? Wait, what? Der Member modifiziert Public muss den Member-Typ und Namen vorangehen. Oh, so that's fine. Cool. Let's see how that looks. I don't see any trees. Let's debug that. Right here. Forest trees 0. So am I even generating them? Didn't I? Huh. Let me see. So generation, generate trees. Oh, I didn't even call this yet. So that should happen in the game server after this. Then I want to do generation, generate trees, and it gets a region, right? So it gets the region. Let me see exactly. Here, region. That should be good. And then this guy doesn't need this because the region holds it. Pose results. Cool. That should be it. I mean, I can imagine. Okay, now it has trees. Cool. I can imagine that's just way too many, but it's actually working pretty well, so that's cool. Now, it did generate trees in places where the client doesn't have the trees. So let me see. We should also check now and make sure that the trees are the same. I'm guessing that they're not, and then we're gonna have to make sure that we're using the same random algorithm and that it's seeded correctly. Okay. So, where's the player? Okay, the player's down there. I might have to make them move a little faster. Everything actually should be a little bit faster. Okay. So I am looking at a tree here. Hey, that worked. Okay. I'm looking at a tree over here. Perfect. Okay, so it did take the same trees. You see? Awesome. That's awesome. Tree over there, tree over there. Tree over here. Tree over here. Tree over here. So now I could actually implement the logic. Okay, cool. That's super exciting stuff, man. So as you see, here's the game server. And until now, I just had this stuff on the client. But I already thought about it. That's why I had all these trees already. And they are seeded, right? So I just did that on the server now, and obviously it's working. So that's very cool. That means I could remove the code from the client and use the server library in the client, and then it would literally be using the same code. Okay, and this foliage is still here. Yeah, but this is very fun stuff. So there's a tree here. Let me just see that one area. This is definitely still working. Exactly, so this area didn't get any trees. And I'm wondering why. Now I know why. I remember. So I need to query all the tiles. This is where the tile ends, you see. Okay, I'm gonna fix that on the client first, because that's a major issue right now. That's happening over here, environment manager. What we do here. Okay, so there's still a difference here, as you see. Parse environment from GeoJSON. We're doing that once, right, for this tile. But what we need to do is do this for all the tiles that are required in that region, given the polygon, and then we need to query all those tiles. So where are we? Paint region. Now I could kind of beat around the bush and send the client the tiles that it needs to query. That would also obviously be a solution for sure. It just tells me which OSM tiles that I need, and then I just load those myself. That would definitely work. But I do want to check how much code there is here to determine the tiles. So OSM manager, parser, load region data. So it's this part here, right? And really, it's this. This is really what it is. Long to tile, zoom level, and then required tiles. And you get that. And it just has a region here. But yeah, it takes the region polygon. So I could do that on the client now or not. I think I must do it on the client because... No. Wait a sec. What do I send? I'm not sure if I send the player that lawn or the Unity positions. Let me check that first. Process region request. Polygon is the points in that lawn. So I do have all those, which means I can run that logic on the client. Let me just quickly see. It was a manager, Adamos math, and that's public, right? Region to tiles. So actually what I can do is I already know these, because I already have this code here. So I can do region to tiles, and it literally just works. Now this does take a region. Which is kind of crap, but maybe I can cheat here. Why doesn't that work? Region, and then we're doing points that long. So this is what we're gonna do. Initialize environment. Then, okay, so I could just feed it this actually. I can just feed it that. And then this is to system, T. What is this? So this is a vector 2. Let's see. Okay, so that needs to be then to system, because this is obviously the Unity vector. So to system vector 2. So I'm doing it for a list for vector 3, but not for 2 yet. Perfect, that should be it.
system. Oh, this has to be. Wait a minute. Wait, this is the unity. And this is system. So to system vector 2. Now this is obviously unity. And then I'm doing to system. And this here requires obviously system, right? Oh, right. Because this here, okay, so I need to here back to unity, which doesn't exist yet. Okay, to unity vector 3, we need this to unity vector 2, vector 2, vector 2, unity vector 2. There you go. Now I can do unity. Region to tiles is a vector 2, right? System vector 2. Oh, it's to system. Wait, I just did that right, to system vector 2. No, I mean to unity vector 2. Taking a list of vector system. So why doesn't, wait a minute. That should work to unity vector 2, so why doesn't this work? Vector 2 and took it to unity vector 2. System kann ich in unity vector 2. Wait. To unity is unity system vector 2. Okay, that's not making any sense. It's right here. To unity vector 2. Maybe because it's an array. Oh my god, it's an array. That sucks. So I'm gonna have to add literally this. And this is this has to be system, sorry. There you go. Now, this will be a list of vector 2 to unity vector 2. Finally! Well, that was much more difficult than I thought. Required tiles. So now we should query them. But we need to change this up, right? Because here I get one result and then I right away fire off the object generation. So now I need to do that 4 times. Tiles. We'll build the URL in there actually. Take that as well if you want. Do this too. And this we'll do outside. Let me see. No, this just needs the required tiles. Okay. Now all I have to do is the low level URL. Just gonna name this URL. Turn rip request. Now all I have to do is for each around the tiles for each tile. and do this in here. Then I need to do this in here as well. This result will be here. Constantly pass it in there. And then this will happen after all that is done. So I'm doing that, I'm yielding, and there you go. That should be it. So now we query all the tiles. It constantly writes back to the environment data. All tiles are loaded and parsed. Continue with environment initialization. And maybe we can do... Nah, we can't really do that. Yeah, that's fine for now. So that should change, that should fix the issue that I didn't see this forest, right? So now if I start the game and everything works and I am a genius, in fact, if I in fact am a genius, then yes, we shall see that forest. This one over here. Let's see. So querying 4 tiles might take a little longer. Region area must have valid boundaries. Oops. So I'm guessing that came from inside here somewhere to system vector 2. I mean, this should be XY, right? Okay. Let's see. Oh, wait, no, huh? Let's debug that, because that's coming from here. I'm gonna actually put that right here. And then we'll see. Let's go. So the region polygon should be perfectly fine. Region to tiles. Region area must have valid boundaries. Huh? Wait a minute. I'm going in points that long. Oh. And then there's points. So that's retarded. I should... You know what? I'm gonna fix that in here because that's just absolutely retarded. First of all, you should take a list of vector 2, and this is gonna be polygon lat long, which makes much more sense. We don't need that second one. Sublevel, let me go here, pass that there, okay. And then we will put this back to, this should be a list. Tiles is a hash set. We're just gonna do a list. There you go. Now we go back here and just make this a list. Because why not? Okay, and then here I can do points that long. Okay. So let me see if that builds. Makes sense. Makes sense. Cool. Okay, that's built. So now we go back here and we replace the DLL with the new one. Delete. And I'm actually gonna rename this here. Plugins, third party. And put those in there. Cool beans. Now we need this folder. Go to bin and take the DLL. Throw it in here. Okay, now should we start this? And then open it again. Yeah. Yep. Whoops. Oh my lord. Frickin' system sounds, man. What the frick? Okay, Windows is a real piece of crap sometimes. So, exit that. How often did it open now? Twice. Exit that too. Okay. Open that and open this too. So now that we're here, we now go to there. There should be an error, and that is because now all we need is this and an actual region. Should have renamed it, whatever. Okay, cool. So let's start the server. And then let's start the game. So now it's just like loading them endlessly. Okay, I screwed something up. Something got screwed up here. Let me see. Why? Because I changed this to a list. Why? Required tiles. Wait a sec. That still works. Successful tiles. Required tiles list. It's not like I changed this. What the frick? Doesn't make sense. 4. Huh? Let me see. Tiles. Add point and polygon tiles. Oh, hash set. Oh. Oh, okay. That was my fault for sure. So a hash set, I didn't know that. A hash set keeps things seems to keep things unique. That should be fixed. Yeah, okay. My bad, I didn't know that. So again, this force was missing in the client. Let's start the game and see what happens. I do expect the loading to be a lot more in the beginning, because now we have 4 tiles. Oh, shit. Okay, so the client obviously has the same issue right now. Need to rebuild that and switch the DLL again, because it also now was carrying many tiles. More tiles than it ever needed, and I bet it had a memory leak right there. If I would have let that run, my computer would have crashed at some point. Okay, let's see what happens. Any errors? Okay, no errors, but also no generation at all. And it's not just taking longer, it seems. Oh, there's no server. So that's why I actually need the loading screen, so that I have visual feedback for whether I'm connected or not, you know. Let's go here. Let's go. Item with the same key was already added. Oh boy. Wait, so okay, so everything worked, and now we're getting duplicate items because it seems like 2 items of this wait a minute, I need to ask GPT how OSM works. When I query MB tiles from a tile server GL, I am getting 2 tiles with containing the same features, the same ID. Can I assume that the content of both features of both of those features are identical, or do they contain complementary data? Well, that sucks. So there's a slight chance that that there's complementary data. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna ask if objects objects add wait a minute. What is this? The dictionary, right? Yeah, so if objects dot try get contains key ID, then debug.log duplicate OSM key detected. And then we'll print the ID as well. Then I want to simply return, but I want to know which ones are happening here. I'm just going to inspect the duplicate entries here and see whether they do contain different data. At which point I'm effed. Then I have to get into merging. Then I have to start getting into merging these things. And when you start merging, that's going to be difficult. So I'm going to let it go for a while. There you go. So the idea is this one here. Let me see. What does this guy have? Sheet Vig. It has 2 points. Just want to print that. Where are we here? Should you take a look at those points and make sure that they're the same? So we got that. And then contains key. Oh, great. So I'm gonna have to pull it here. World object state entry equals, yeah. Do all that once more. And play. Yeah, the loading screen is really going to be important this time. From now on, because querying 4 tiles is a lot more than 1. And it might seem a little bit unreactive right now. Okay, here we go. So this entry, please be the exact same values. Object data, sheet vig. Yes! Crisis averted. So all I have to do is ignore them. There's nothing else that I have to do. So some tiles contain some objects are represented in multiple tiles. Tiles when they are close to the border, to the border, and span across multiple tiles. Okay. At that point, we should be good. What will be interesting is to see whether or not the game still has the same frames per second as before. Everything still works the same, because I did build everything, you know, with an STR tree and all that. But now I'm having 4 times the data, and it'll be interesting to see. Awesome. Okay, so he did. Okay, I'm back to the old place again, which means, let me just quickly zoom out here. I'm gonna have to move this way. And the idea now is now that there's a force over there, but That's not looking too good. Is it? Maybe I'm not close enough yet. I would have expected some trees to be there already. So this is not looking good. It doesn't look like it generated those trees, which is weird. Why didn't it generate all this data yet? There should be a forest right here, you know? Let's see. Let's see. Initialize environment index. Happens after these tiles. Parse environment objects from JSON. This is synchronous, right? Isn't it? It is. So then tell me why. Initialize environment index with the environment data. Parse result is this result, and then should be getting everything. Every single forest should be in here. I don't understand. Oh! No, wait a minute. Tile X. Oh, I see why. I see why. Fool. So, let me see. First of all, the issue that we had wasn't. It could be that the issue doesn't exist. So, I'm gonna remove this again. I just want to verify that that issue definitely exists. What the issue that I have right now is I'm creating the same tile 4 times. Because I need to change this to tile X and this to tile Y. Okay, and these are gone. I don't need that anymore. Although yeah, I do need the zoom level, which is 12, but I don't need this anymore. So now I'm interested to see whether I get that error again. Things are happening. Yeah. Okay, I am getting it. But now is the real interesting part. To see whether they have duplicate data or complementary data. So we do that again. Exactly, and then I'll just turn here. And start the game. Takes a while. Okay, so now we have a path with 6 points. Please be the same data, please be the same data. Here we have a path with 23 points. Damn! What the frick? Okay, so wait. Here we have 6 points. Need to see which points they are. Okay, 6 points, and then now I need to compare these two. So that sucks. 23 points. So let me see, 23. It could be as easy, I think. 1582. So it looks like they're cut off. So that means I just have to merge them. The only issue then might be the winding order. But it looks like I could just throw those in there. Okay, let me see. I feel like I should be doing that in the server code. That it merges them together. This is bad. This is not that good. Or I could just change the ID and see what happens, you know? But then I'd have like, that'd be so dirty, man. Then I'd have like, but I do smooth. Then I have like 2 objects based on a tile. The tiles would basically manifest in the real world, if I just give it a different ID, you know? But I would like to see how that looks, if there are any real issues. So let's think about this. Object contains then object data. I can't even change the ID. Geometry.id equals ID plus. So I want to see what happens if I just do this. So it's like cheating, right? But it should work. It should work as a dirty fix. It should work. Dirty fix. Treat boundary crossing areas and paths as unique objects in both tiles. Okay. Doing that, I would like to see the result. I should also like put in some time and check out which of those ones it was, and then really figure out in the world how it looks, whether it looks okay. But for now, I should. Also, now it didn't generate anything yet. Object with the same key was added. Oh, because ID. Oh. So I need to do that. First I need to do ID is equals that. Oh. ID plus that. And then geometry.id is equals ID. And that's it. That should be it then. And here we go again. Wow. What? Seriously? So it seems like there's something that's present in many tiles, and it's doing it in the same. Can I get a GUID here? So this should be fine then. If object contains ID, then ID is equal to ID plus that, and then geometry ID gets this ID. Okay. Oh. Should I be doing that down there as well? Probably. Okay. Awesome. So now we walk there and hope that it worked. I don't see a forest. Yes! I see a forest now. Yes, baby, yes. And we still have 200 frames per second. The work is really paying off, man. Stuff is just working. And when stuff just works, you know that you're doing something right. 300 frames per second. At full HD. So what I have now is the ability to generate an entire region. I didn't have that before. Now I do. Let's just verify that these trees are correct. Yep, 3 trees right here. 2 right there. 1 over here. Amazing. This is fun, guys. This is really fun. So this here, 2 trees. 1 tree. So now I should be able to collect resources. And then these trees can go. I think it would be fun actually to let the trees regrow. Like they should go, disappear, and then kind of grow back over time. Especially because it's like co-op. That's, you know, I need to kind of like there needs to be as much interactivity as possible, like as much co-playing in a co-op game. And if someone takes a tree, then it should definitely disappear, I guess, on both clans, right? At least in my opinion. Cool beans. That's pretty cool. I might take a small break, and then the work starts. That's when we. Now I can actually harvest the wood. And yeah, cool. Very cool stuff. Very cool.
yeah, then all the entire state is gonna be on the server, and then these movement requests have to be broadcasted. All these requests, until now, all I'm doing is like sending back to one player, but I have to broadcast them. Shouldn't be too hard. And then yeah, things are looking good, guys. Things are looking good. Okay, be right back.